So it's been about a week since MLB The Show 20 launched, and more of you out there are starting to pick up the game. And if you're playing Diamond Dynasty, you're probably wondering, how can I get some diamonds for no money spent? Well, this list today will show you 10 of those diamonds, in my opinion, are the top 10 best. There are going to be a ton of diamonds here that are not going to be listed. Just a disclaimer, all the Team Affinity diamonds will not be listed on here because these Team Affinities could actually be a little hard to get, but there are diamonds. Every single team does have a diamond in the Team Affinities that you can get for a fully no money spent grind as well, but none of the diamonds on this list today will include any of the Team Affinities. Just a quick disclaimer. Also, before we begin, make sure you leave a like and subscribe on the channel with post notifications on so you don't miss any other videos just like this one. So we're gonna go with number 10 and then tear down all the way to number 1, our favorite diamond, no money spent so far in the season. This is going to change. Like, we just got a brand new player program that's gonna be dropping here very soon. Kerry Wood has been dropped as a player program, so he's not going to be on his list today, but he could be absolutely amazing this year, so we're gonna exclude him too. But to start the day at number 10, your very first diamond for no money spent is going to be in Conquest, and it is Willie Mays. So the USA Conquest is gonna look like this. If you're not familiar with Conquest, there are a ton of other videos out there that shows you how, and just more tips and tricks on how to finish up Conquest. But this one's a little bit of a grind, but you do get a free diamond by finishing all of these missions. Actually, for Willie Mays, all you have to do is actually conquer all the team strongholds. You don't even have to conquer every single spot. Willie Mays is an 87 overall. This was a card last year at the beginning of the year as well. Very good fielding, very good arm, has good speed. It is not the 99 collections Willie Mays that we saw last year, but it is still going to be a very good card defensively and against lefties. It's got good 89 vision, so a good diamond to have on your team early on in the season. Now, the next diamond is actually going to be in the XP reward path. One of the first really big diamonds that you can get out of the XP reward path is in the Classics, the Show Classics pack. And I believe this was level 50 in the bronze. Actually, I think it's level 40. Correct me, I don't remember. I think it was level 40 bronze. So just grinding the game, you get XP reward, and all of these packs and diamonds are all free. But in the Show Classics pack, in the number 9 spot, we have Raul Mondesi at 85 overall. If you remember, this card was amazing back when it was debuted. This was his September 2018 monthly card, and it's just an all-around glitchy, fast, good fielding at shortstop, can play second base and third base too, switch hitter, but that speed, and for some reason his swing is such a good swing. Let me see. Okay, so we're batting 407 with him in 27 at-bats, 11 hits out of the 27 at-bats with 2 home runs. So you can see here, we're doing really well with him. Offline, we're doing a little bit worse, probably because we're just trying to get through the game very quickly. But online, ranked seasons and Battle Royale, I think this is all ranked seasons right now, actually, because I haven't picked him in Battle Royale at all. We are batting a 407 with him, so you guys can see, very good card to pick up. Absolutely free just by grinding the game. So number 8, we're actually going to stay in this choice pack because the other guy that you can pick up in your first choice pack for the flashbacks or the MLB The Show past is actually the 87 diamond Gary Sanchez. Some might put this Gary Sanchez a little bit higher up on this list, in the top 10 list, but for me, he's going to be in the number 8 spot only because you can grab his gold card, and his gold card is actually going to be almost just as good as this diamond one. The diamond card here does have 101 and 102 power, 70 blocking. Blocking really does matter this year, but Gary Sanchez, you all know how he swings. You all know how he hits the ball. So the June 2017 Gary Sanchez you can get again in the number 8 spot in that choice pack. So it would be a hard choice between the two. And I mean, all of these diamonds here are all free. But I think my top 2 out of these packs are either the Gary Sanchez and Raul Mondesi. And you guys know I chose the Raul Mondesi. Number 7, we're actually going to go into the player programs. A lot of you debate on which player program you guys should pick up first out of Carlos Gonzalez, Eddie Matthews, Pudge Rodriguez, or Dennis Eckersley. Eddie Matthews makes it on this list over these other 3 guys because this Eddie Matthews, probably the easiest one to pick up, and it's actually a very, very good diamond. So the missions here, you get 2 stages on the missions. You do the moments, you get your first 30 to get to this point, and then you do your second stage to get the Eddie Matthews. You could probably finish this whole thing up in about half hour. So the Eddie Matthews, again, another good card for me. 28 at-bats, batting a .429 batting average online in ranked seasons, 3 home runs, so one of my top players. Here are his stats: 85 and 62 contact with 105 and 84 power. 89 vision is great. I actually do have him at his secondary position at left field because there are other great choices at third base right now. Early this season, I was able to pull Nolan Arenado and Anthony Rendon, so Eddie Matthews actually threw over in left field. Still very good over there. No errors so far. He does have 75 fielding, so I think that brings that down to about 70 fielding if we have him on left field, but he is my choice. So how do you get this Eddie Matthews? So first, we actually go back to the XP reward path 2. You guys get this very quickly. So the second reward on the XP reward path is evolution cards. This is where you get to pick the 4. Some people said the Pudge Rodriguez doesn't really play well and the grind is kind of hard. Dennis Eckersley, same thing. Early in the season too, I don't know if this is still happening. The pitching stats weren't actually counting for the Dennis Eckersley, and someone said it was actually kind of hard. And then of course the Carlos Gonzalez, but my choice was Eddie Matthews. It was I think the greatest choice that I made out of the 4, and I've seen a lot of people in comments and my Twitch streams saying that they wish they would have went with Eddie Matthews for the very first one, and I agree with them. I think the next one I would pick, but out of these 4 would be the Dennis Eckersley, just to help my pitching out. But I think here, Eddie Matthews is the best choice out of these 4. Number 6, we're going back to the player programs. It is not part of the first 4 evolution cards. It is actually the first inning player program, Curtis Granderson. Heard a lot of great news about this card. Plays above his stats. I got decent speed, decent fielding. I'm waiting. I'm not totally grinding this card out because, as you can see here, I've barely even focused in grinding this Curtis Granderson, and I have already 30 of the 50 missions earned. And all I have to do right now is probably exchange one time and then finish up the tally with center fielders, and I'll be able to get myself Curtis Granderson, who's actually going to probably take over for me in center field because that pre-order Mickey Mantle has not been good for me. So personally, I haven't tried this Curtis Granderson out yet, but you all on my streams and videos all have said this Curtis Granderson is an absolute glitch, so he makes it on this list in the top 10. Not quite top 5, but Curtis Granderson in 6th spot, 63 and 70 contact, 82 and 100 power. Vision's a little bit lower, but he's going to play really good for you on All-Star. Fielding, arm, all pretty decent, and pretty decent speed too. So we now go to our top 5. Number 5, back to the XP reward path. You have to grind a little bit more for this one, but in the level 1 silver, and you can get these at every level 1. So one at level 1 gold, and then so on. Actually, you get more. But in the number 5 spot, we have 99 overall Buster Posey. Could definitely be an endgame catcher. 95 blocking is very good. This year, focus on blocking has been revamped. Fielding is very good. Arm strength's very good. And then contact is at 103 and 125. Power at 112 versus lefties too. And that 73 power is still going to be very good against righties. 93 vision. I don't think there's any catchers in the game right now that's going to be any better than this Buster Posey, stat-wise. So, I don't know who I'm going to pick up once I reach this level 1. All the other diamonds here, too, are very, very good. All 99 overalls. But I think in the number 5 spots, you got to go with Buster Posey. In the number 4, we're going to stay right here. We're not going to go anywhere. In the number 4 spots, this was probably going to be one of my faves. We've got the prime Reggie Jackson, lefty hitter. I love my lefty hitters. Can take over in center field for me if I need him to. And I'm very close. I'm 20 levels away from this, so I'm gonna have to make a choice between Buster Posey or the Reggie Jackson. But we get him really early this year. Last year, we didn't drop a card for him that was very good until I think halfway through the season. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember. But 110 and 94 contact, 115 and 101 power, Mr. October. 80 vision. Doesn't have the best fielding, but has a very decent arm at 80. So right field is probably the best spot to throw him at. 71 speed, gonna be enough to cover a lot of ground in the outfield too. So again, I'm gonna go through a little bit of a predicament between Reggie Jackson or Buster Posey. But I think those are the top 2 picks out of these 5 right away. You get all of these once you reach all of your XP reward levels anyways, but if you were to choose first or second, I would probably choose Reggie Jackson first and then go with the Buster Posey, depending on what your team needs are. So we're kind of going backwards here, and I'm glad that we get these next 2 diamonds before these level 1s, but in the number 3 spot, we're actually going to go to the level 80 bronze high diamonds, and we are going to be choosing 96 overall Rowley Fingers in the number 3 spot for this top 10 today. 96 Rowley, really good this year. His 89 diamond last year was one of my favorite cards. I think I used him all season, but he's got really good stamina too. That really matters this year. 38 stamina as a closing pitcher, 107 and 111 Ks per 9, home runs per 9 at 99. I think that's the max for home runs per 9. Really good control and base on balls too, so he's gonna hit those spots, which really matters this year because I feel like pitching's a little bit harder. He's got the 86 velocity that can reach at least 96 miles per hour on his 4-seam fastball. Sinker, slider, and that fork ball this year looks amazing. 91 break. So gonna be a very, very good card. He does not take the number 2 or the number 1 spot, but you do get him earlier than the Reggie Jackson or the Buster Posey on this list. And I think that's why I have him a little bit higher on this list, because it's faster to get him, and it's actually very important to have those pitchers this year. We're gonna follow the trend of staying inside the same choice pack contents, because in the number 2 spot, 99 overall, Corey Kluber takes the spot. This year we're able to use starting pitchers at any game. We get to pick. We could literally use Corey Kluber in the next 3 games if we wanted to, if we play it right with that stamina, or we could actually use him in the bullpen this year too. Well, 109 stamina, 103 hits per 9, 105 Ks per 9, 95 base on balls per 9, 99 break, and 86 velocity. Really great pitch selections. I've gone up against this card, and I've actually used him in 6 innings, and 1 whip, 1.5 ERA, a shutout, and 10 strikeouts in 6 innings pitched. So you guys are seeing a lot of people struggling to hit against this guy. I know I'm struggling to hit against this guy, so he makes it into the number 2 spot as the diamond today. So now y'all are probably wondering who's in the number 1 spot that's better than Corey Kluber. Well, it's not technically a card, but it is also a no money spent. It is your created player. So you curate your player, you get to use them. I have right now, I'm starting to work on mine, but this is going to be the absolute best no money spent diamond that you can get. And right now I'm working on catcher. The only thing you need to do is unlock these by grinding out the game. So missions, catcher missions online, offline, and collections. So now if you're doing collections, this could technically mean money spent. So maybe skip that if you don't want to, you know, spend any stubs. But if you already have these cards, might as well lock them in. And then the moments for them, you would get about to the 82 gold. And then the rest, once you get to 80 and 100, the rest are just from the extra missions. And there are going to be more missions. As you see here, there is going to be probably a stage 2 to this. Not sure what they're going to do, but you get other rewards and you get a really good player. So now what makes this number 1? Actually, you're just saying, well, it's just a cap, right? What makes this number 1 is you can add equipment to your cards, and these apply to your created player. So you're gonna give yourself an extra boost in games. There's really no way right now to check the stats with the equipment on unless you are in the game and then go onto your created player. That's really the only way. Maybe next year they'll add that to, like, say, once we have equipment on, it'll show us like what the boost is currently on the created player. So not everyone is going to agree with this list. This is just the 10 that I thought that was gonna be the best early in the season. If you have other diamonds that you think should be on this list, just let me know in the comments below. Other people are gonna be like, oh, that's a great diamond too, and I'm gonna go for that diamond instead of the diamonds that are on Atrin's list here. But if this helped you out, make sure you leave that thumbs up. Make sure you don't forget to leave a subscribe on the channel. Don't forget to check out these other 2 videos and also follow me on Twitch for live streams on the daily. I hope you guys are enjoying my videos, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.